Hello everyone, and welcome to today's English lesson. In this video, you will learn useful English conversations and vocabulary that you can use at an airport. Whether you are traveling for business, vacation, or studying abroad, these common airport phrases will help you communicate confidently. Listen carefully to the conversations, repeat the phrases aloud, and practice speaking with us. Imagine that you have just arrived at the airport for an international flight. You walk up to the airline check-in counter. The airline agent smiles and says, "Good morning. May I see your passport and ticket, please?" You reply, "Certainly. Here they are." The agent checks your documents and asks, "Do you have any bags to check in today?" You answer, "Yes, I have one suitcase." The agent places the suitcase on the scale and says, "Your bag is within the weight limit." Then the agent asks, "Would you prefer a window seat or an aisle seat?" You reply, "I'd like a window seat, please." The agent prints your boarding pass and says, "Here is your boarding pass. Your gate is A12, and boarding begins at 9:15 a.m. You respond, "Thank you very much." The agent smiles and says, "Have a pleasant flight." Let's review some important phrases. "May I see your passport?" means someone is asking to check your identification document. "Do you have any bags to check in?" means the airline wants to know if you have luggage that will travel in the cargo section of the aircraft. A window seat is next to the window, while an aisle seat is next to the walkway inside the airplane. A boarding pass is the document that allows you to enter the aircraft. After checking in, you proceed to the security checkpoint. A security officer says, "Please place your bags on the conveyor belt." You follow the instructions and place your belongings in a tray. The officer continues, "Please remove your laptop and any electronic devices from your bag." You carefully remove your laptop and place it in a separate tray. The officer then says, "Please walk through the scanner." After passing through security successfully, the officer smiles and says, "You're all set. Have a nice trip." You reply, "Thank you." These security phrases are extremely common at airports around the world. Place your bags on the conveyor belt means put your belongings onto the moving belt for inspection. Remove your laptop means take the computer out of your bag. You're all set means everything is complete and you may continue your journey. Now you arrive at the departure area and need help finding your gate. You approach an airport employee and ask, "Excuse me, could you tell me where gate A12 is?" The employee replies, "Certainly." Go straight ahead, then turn left. You'll see gate A12 near the coffee shop. You respond, "Thank you for your help." The employee smiles and says, "You're welcome." Asking for directions is a very useful skill when traveling. Notice the polite expression, "Could you tell me where gate A12 is?" Native English speakers often use "could you" instead of direct commands because it sounds more polite and professional. While waiting at the gate, you decide to buy a coffee. You walk into a cafe and say, "Hi, I'd like a medium coffee, please." The cashier replies, "Would you like anything else?" You answer, "No, that's all, thank you." The cashier says, "Your total is $4.50. After paying, you say, "Thank you." The cashier responds, "Have a great day." Soon, an announcement comes over the airport speaker system. "Attention passengers traveling to London. Flight 245 is now boarding at gate A12. You hear another announcement saying, "Passengers seated in rows 20 through 35 may now board the aircraft." You gather your belongings and join the boarding line. Announcements are important because they provide information about boarding, delays, gate changes, and other travel updates. Now, boarding means passengers may enter the aircraft. Flight delayed means the airplane will leave later than scheduled. Final boarding call means passengers must board immediately before the gate closes. When you reach the boarding gate, the gate agent says, "May I see your boarding pass and passport?" You hand over your documents and reply, "Of course." The agent scans your boarding pass and says, "Thank you. You may proceed to the aircraft." You smile and say, "Thank you." After entering the airplane, a flight attendant greets you and says, "Welcome aboard." You reply, "Thank you." The flight attendant asks, "May I help you find your seat?" You answer, "Yes, please. I'm looking for seat 22A. The flight attendant points down the aisle and says, "It's on the left side near the wing." You thank the flight attendant and find your seat. A few minutes later, another passenger approaches and asks, "Excuse me, could you help me place my bag in the overhead compartment?" You reply, "Certainly." Together, you place the bag above the seats. The